them, but they don't. They're there.
All right, shout out to y'all, showing love. Yeah, give me some questions.
Media
give me some questions
to actually come to events like this. But I'm not afraid walking among people who all under one mission, one flag, the American flag.
So almost a week ago, right?
Anyone ask me any questions?
No, I have a question. I have a question for you. Almost a week ago, and some of you guys saw this live on stream, we were out here on Saturday. This Saturday will be the anniversary of it, and there were a lot of Trump supporters, and there were a lot of people who
I wish I had been here.
There were a lot of people who weren't non-political, like myself, who were just saying he will not divide us. He will not divide us. It's not about politics. It's about us coming together.
Okay.
All right. And so, the question I have for you is this: how do you feel when a lot of the Trump supporters, because a lot of them were here on Saturday, and they came about 200 strong, and they would have loved to have you. They were saying racist things as far as the N-word. They were saying stuff negative to Jewish people, homophobic things, and
because
things that
everyone's not perfect. No one is perfect.
No one is perfect.
Okay,
so my question to you is this: how do you feel when that was their main message? Their main message was not just make America great again. It was saying, ha ha ha, make America, we're gonna do this to you, N-word. We're gonna do this to you, that because you're a woman. How do you respond to that? And you know, just the Trump supporters like yourself, the other passionate ones that are also seem to be very negative and racist.
Right, infiltrated. Amen. High five me. Let me explain to you. They're always going to hire people to come in and infiltrate who's going to try to steer you off. Look at Black Lives Matter. Look at them.
Whoa.
How
you bring Black Lives Matter?
Because they're paid. A lot of them are paid protesters, and they're funded by George Soros.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
And
George Soros funds Black Lives Matter. And look how ridiculous that is. Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. It's brainwashing. All lives matter. Blue lives, red lives, brown lives, yellow lives, all lives matter.
No one didn't say
funded by George Soros.
No one didn't say all lives matter.
Funded by
Black Lives is not saying all lives matter. They're just saying Black Lives Matter is just a response.
More blacks are going to get killed by other blacks. Blacks kill other blacks. Blacks kill other blacks. Blacks kill other blacks.
Can somebody, whose man's is this, first of all? Whose man's is this?
I just give you a hard time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out here.
Blacks, blacks kill blacks. And if Black Lives Matter, why isn't Black Lives Matter at Planned Parenthood? Why ain't you outside Planned Parenthood protesting? It's all a scam. All lives matter. I was at the DNC in Washington with the Hillary stuff, and everybody was Bernie supporters. In DC, everybody was Bernie Sanders supporters. They didn't even support Clinton at her own DNC. I was there.
Listen, so this guy is completely red-pilled out right now.
Red pill can and at Twitter.
And you guys got to remember this, right? So he says that Black lives don't matter. Which no one ever said all lives don't matter.
Didn't I say all lives matter? That puts us all under one umbrella. Yes, we are. Because God made us all.
Let me show you what Black Lives Matter. Let me show you what Black Lives Matter, right?
And if Black Lives Matter, blacks would not be killing blacks in Chicago like they do.
Black Lives Matter.
Planned Parenthood would not be set up in black neighborhoods to kill the weed.
It's about a response
to kill the weed.
First of all,
Planned Parenthood are murderers.
Black Lives Matter is like saying, I like ice cream. Just because you're saying I like ice cream doesn't mean you can't like pizza. It doesn't mean you can't like juice. It doesn't mean you hate all food.
I love all the colors under God's rainbow.
What are you talking about?
Overwhelmingly killed by police.
It's like everyone is stomping on ice cream.
People are getting overwhelmingly killed by other blacks, and they're also getting killed in the womb with Planned Parenthood. I'm going to give your truth, y'all. Red pill can at Twitter.
So
9/11 lies matter.
That's right. 9/11 was an inside job. AKA Alex Jones.
He will not divide us. He will not divide
There's
us.
a big ugly
He will not
lie,
divide
and
us.
everybody
He will-
knows.
Where-
Everybody knows.
where did you go to
9/11
school?
was a big, ugly
I want to know where this guy. I want to know where this man.
He's bringing us together.
He will not
So we all agree with this line.
Wait.
Mhm.
So where did you go to school?
I went to school in New York,
Oh Lord. Where in New York?
in the Bronx.
city?
In the Bronx.
Come on.
What they have to do with the price of milk in Mexico?
Wait, what?
That's a good question. What does that have to do with the price of milk in Mexico? Nothing.
I don't
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
Okay,
Because
so,
I'm just giving you facts and I'm just giving you truth.
Listen,
if anyone
listen.
could disprove
We both
what I
have on
say,
cool hats
prove
right
it.
now.
Prove
We
it.
both have on
And this
cool
is the best hat.
Actually,
You
everyone
got
here has
We're
on
gonna
cool
make
hats.
America
Actually,
great
we will not
again.
divide
We
us.
already
We
done.
gotta get all these
We're
hats
done.
together.
Trump.
Everyone here literally
Trump.
has on cool
Trump.
hats.
Trump.
We all have on cool
Trump.
hats.
Trump.
He will not divide us. 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 He will not divide us.
9/11 was a lie. 9/11
He will not divide us. He will not divide us. All right. So I have a question for. I have a question for 9/11 man.
Yes.
All right. So 9/11 was a lie. That was coming up on its almost what 10-year anniversary?
Longer than that.
Longer than that. So what is the anniversary of 9/11?
About 12 years.
It's about 17 years almost.
Did it happen in-
15. 15.
We just passed 15.
So,
yeah.
15 years.
So I was actually in D.C. the day of 9/11, and the one of the most spooky things about it to me was that the Pentagon was one. You know, they focused so much on the Twin Towers, and still to this day,
Well, I mean,
so much.
that's where the mass murder
and the Pentagon, right? That's where but the Pentagon is such a, you know, it happened on the same day. It was a part of the attack, and you hear so little about it. So I want to ask you, since you are, you know, I guess the 9/11 expert here, or so you say, to explain to me what the Pentagon is and why kind of that was such
I
not
mean, like,
talked about.
The one that went to the Pentagon, a plane was allowed to fly over Washington, D.C.
It wasn't a plane. It was a missile.
Well-
It was a plane rebuilt.
Okay,
It was a
let-
rebuilt plane.
Oh,
It was a. Okay.
Can I just fucking
Sure.
talk?
Yeah, sure, please. I'm
Okay.
Get in the
sorry.
camera.
Oh, where was your hat made too, by the way?
Oh, I
That's a
bought it
question.
right off of Trump's
yeah,
website.
Whoa, where does it say it was made?
In USA.
Look,
Made in the
Let's see the
USA.
tag that says made in the USA.
You look it up, buddy.
Made in the
Made in the
that's what it
USA.
says.
Alright, it says made in the USA.
Made in the
But it's
USA,
also made in
baby.
Mexico.
Made in the
Yeah.
USA.
Made in the USA.
I would never lie to you. I'm Red Pill Ken at Twitter.
Okay, so anyway, the story that's been presented is that a plane flew over Washington, D.C. After the two attacks had already happened, the Twin Towers had already been hit, a plane was allowed to fly over Washington, D.C., execute a 270-degree reversal of course, and then fly back into the Pentagon.
Inside job.
That's what supposedly happened.
Inside job.
If you follow the 9/11 Commission report.
Inside job.
Huh, interesting.
Hey, can I say something else? And I'm gonna
Right.
wake up the world with this. Hey, Obama, remember, your birth certificate is a fake. It was always a fake. It's been proven a fake. And guess what? And guess what you did? You claimed to have killed Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was already dead. That was a body double. You're a fake. We know it all. You didn't kill Osama bin Laden.
How do you know?
He was already dead. He died in a cave years before that. That was a body double.
Well, how do you know Obama's birth? We gotta focus on one thing at a time, dude. Okay.
You got your tracking phone.
We gotta focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
First off, have you ever heard of Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks? No?
I used to watch the Boondocks.
Yes.
It's a cartoon.
You need to watch the Boondocks, Uncle Ruckus. You would like him. He agrees with a lot of your views and like aesthetics and stuff like that.
Hey, guess what? That's one of my professions, aesthetics. I do facials and I do peels and stuff like that. I'm a male. Yeah, I'm a male esthetician. You don't see that in this land where you see a
Sir,
male.
God bless.
God, thank you.
I love you.
Thank you, man.
I love you guys too, even though I
Thank
think you're
you.
dangerous for the country, but I still love you. There's still hope.
What-
God bless you.
What do you
Why
love?
you say that,
What
man?
do you
Why
love
you-
about
what
him?
made you
What do you
do
love
that?
about
I
him?
gotta run to
Yeah,
educate my
okay.
kids not to hate.
So you
my
teach
country.
children.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that guy teaches
Thank you.
children, by the
That's
way.
right. Because Trump is a president
That's
for
right,
all of us. If you're American, he's in your corner. and there's nothing wrong with that.
Voted for him because he's not Hillary.
Right? Yes, that has a lot to do
You know,
with
Well, I
it.
can't wait until these 4 years are up so that we can vote for another
Y'all see
Democratic
this?
person.
Give me
and,
yes, please
like,
send me some more
please
questions
send
at
Democrats out of
Paperboy the
the
Prince on
presidency.
You don't have no
Instagram.
questions for me? Come on,
No,
I'm up on it. I'm up on it. I'll answer to the best of my
Yechia
ability.
Melech, Yechia Dineinu Mereinu V'Rabbeinu Melech HaMashiach Le'elam V'ed. It's a Jewish prayer.
Okay, thank you.
We're gonna make lots of Jewish prayers.
Yes.
When I come. We're trying to hope. We're trying to bring hope. Trying to bring.
Amen.
Yes.
Spread love.
Yes.
Spread
Yes.
love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spread love. So, man, you're really into Trump.
No,
so-
I'm into humanity. Trump is he's just a spark. This was happening with Brexit already. Brexit was alarming us with what's about ready to happen.
Trump is a bit of a rodeo clown. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, don't you think Donald Trump
He was
is
playing
he's
you.
such a
He was
puppet,
an
like, it's
actor.
just-
He was
it's not even
playing you.
funny how much
Like,
of a
you
puppet
got
he is.
like don't you think he's like a liar? And what do you think about
No.
He
okay, you don't
lies
think
on
no.
he
No.
lies
So
on
what do you think
everything.
about the things that he said that were like considered like kind of rapey and sexist comments to women?
Listen, it's
saying
okay.
grab them by the.
Guess what?
It's not okay.
It was okay. It was locker. It was locker.
It's okay.
It was locker
The first
room
thing you
talk.
say is it's okay.
Let me show
What
you.
locker room
Let
do you
me
hang
shut
out?
these.
What locker
Let
room
me
do you hang
let
out
me
in?
shut these
It's okay.
scams up.
Whoa.
But listen,
How is it a
Bill
scam?
Clinton physically raped the women, and his wife
Whoa, how you
covered it up.
Dude, that's
How do you
deflecting.
Bill
know?
Clinton
Well,
physically raped
hold on,
them.
hold on.
Bill
Hold on,
Clinton
listen.
raped women.
Listen.
Bill Clinton raped shirts.
Listen, this is literally,
Roger
that's called
Stone.
deflecting.
Bill
When I ask you a
Clinton
question,
physically
and you
raped
bring
the
up someone
women.
else, that's called deflecting.
Bill
One.
Clinton.
For two,
No, it's
Bill
not
Clinton would
deflection. Because Trump
Bill-
never physically
Listen.
did that. Trump never physically did that.
There
It was
have
only
been-
talk.
Listen, I don't know anything that anybody
And it
did.
was locker room
I just
talk.
asked you a question. I just asked
And
you a
most
question.
women,
I just asked a
most of
question.
these
You
women
said it
that's
was okay.
complaining
You said it was
went and
okay.
saw 50 Shades of Grey.
You said it was
Oh, I
okay.
didn't.
Most
I
of them
didn't.
women went to see 50 Shades
So
of
I have a
Grey.
question. I have a question from CJ
Because
Spearson.
they're freaks in their own mind.
Alright.
Most women are freaks in their own
You
mind.
already said that. Stop talking about women
We're
like
not-
that, sir.
we're not
Do not talk
freaks.
about women
We're
like
not
that,
freaks.
sir.
And I don't
Nah,
think
you
Shades
said it was
Grey-
okay, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna let you.
I'm
but you're not
calling them
gonna-
freaks
no,
in their
but,
own
no, but you're not gonna,
mind.
what you're not
I'm
gonna
not
do. You're not
disrespecting
gonna be
them.
You're not gonna be
What do you mean
disrespectful to
by
women on the
women-
street.
I'm
There's a lot
not.
of
I'm not
positive
being
women.
disrespectful.
That's not what we're not
Let
gonna
me
do.
tell you,
That's what
the
we're not.
Millions Women March is a
Shout out
bunch
to all
of
the women. Shout out
satanic,
Bronco.
You can't-
satanic,
you can't blame-
murderers for
Whoa,
Planned
whoa,
Parenthood,
whoa,
and
whoa,
George
listen.
Soros funded
Whoa.
that too.
Okay,
So
so
even assume a percentage of those women are even Satanism, like
Did you
Right.
see them? They had,
Women out
they had
there.
their
he's saying this as a woman right here. We're not gonna let him
celebrities
disrespect
on
women.
their
Like,
heads.
You're not
Yeah,
freaks.
that's what it's supposed to
No, no,
you
it's
shouldn't be
killing the
blamed
kid.
for rape
It's killing the
because it's wrong.
womb.
He's very
It's
wrong.
killing the womb and cutting the man out of the process.
pro-choice
He
doesn't mean
really doesn't know what he's
pro-abortion.
talking
It just
about.
means that they
Like,
have
what's
the
wrong with
choice.
him?
They don't have the
Right.
right to kill their kid. God did not give person the right to kill their kid.
so question. I have a question for you.
God put us on this earth to replenish the earth, not
Alright.
to freaking kill.
You
Planned
guys keep
Parenthood
sending
has
some
killed
questions.
over 50
right
million
now.
people
This is
since
fun.
Roe v.
So,
Wade
and I'm
been
gonna
in
go to
effect.
Twitter and look. Listen. So, a question that I have from someone, CJ Spearson on Instagram says, "Do
Okay.
you own a gun?"
Let's put it like this. In the next couple of years, I'm gonna be relocating to areas like Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, where they respect the Second Amendment. Because in New York, they don't respect their Second Amendment, so I have to keep it undercover.
Okay,
Somebody
so
said that they want what you're on right now. So what
no, he takes
I'm
he's
on
on a red
life.
pill. He's on
I'm
a red
high on life.
He's on a red
I'm
pill.
high on life. I'm Red Pill Kid at Twitter. There's nothing wrong with being
works at Twitter.
passionate about humanity and being happy about this election and what direction that we're going into.
You got the
What's
red pill, I got
wrong
the
with
blue pill
that?
right now.
I am
But I'm not even
so
on-
happy.
I'm more so on the green
my
pill.
Super
I'm on the green
Bowl,
pill.
my
It's about
Super
the green,
Bowl
come
victory
together. We
was
spreading love.
November
We're being positive.
8th,
Y'all gotta remember, spread love. He will not
2016.
divide us.
We
He will not divide
won.
us. It's about spreading
We
love every day.
won.
And some people want to spread division. Some people want to get loud and they
Trump.
want to say all of this stuff.
Trump.
And you said
Trump.
we. When you start saying
Trump.
we, You
Trump.
gotta understand, it's about everyone. All right, it's not just about.
Am I trending now or yet? What?
Huh?
Can you tell?
I
Oh, so that's how you
I like
doing
that you
all
have
this?
to put that
Okay,
in, brother.
okay.
See,
I better.
see this guy right here is.
So you like social media attention?
No, because I never knew how it could happen until I went to the RNC and almost got too many hits from just being
Well, I mean,
passionate
yeah, we
about
live-
Trump.
we live in a
I didn't
digital
know
age,
that.
so it's like,
And you
you
know
know-
who told me that I was trending? I didn't even
Y'all see
know
what this is?
that I was trending. You know who told me that I was trending on
me guess,
social
Donald
media? Nope. Milo Yiannopoulos told me. Milo was at the RNC at the Alex Jones thing. We were all there in support of Donald J. Trump. And Milo said, my man, you are trending all over social media. And I was like, I don't know what you mean.
He will not divide us. That's what I mean.
That's right.
Right.
I
That's
love
right.
you, Milo,
I have
because
a
you
question.
bring us
So
truth.
I have a question about this. So you talk about a lot about race not being a big deal, but then you bring in like your one of your biggest accomplishments is being a black Trump supporter on YouTube.
No, just
And,
being awake. My
okay,
biggest of
okay.
just being
Being
awake,
awake,
regardless
right.
of what color you
Okay.
are.
So-
Just being awake and knowing what's really going on in today's society.
So my-
not what
so
the
my
colleges
question-
and then, hold on,
So-
not
okay.
only what the
Right. Right.
you're
But-
rebelling the brainwashing that goes on from elementary school,
shout out DJ King Mittens.
high school, and
DJ.
also in the college and university. The far left. I am proud to be a deplorable.
I have two questions for you.
Okay.
He will not divide us. Hey, that's the homie. That was a TV star, dude. He just rolled by. All right, now listen. I have a question for you.
Okay.
As a black person that seems to be very you just have very unique views.
Why would you call them unique? My views aren't unique. My views are Americana, worldwide, 1776. Do I have to remind you people? It's 1776.
So you realize in 1776
Worldwide.
You realize in
Worldwide.
You realize in 1776
It's not 1984.
you realize you wouldn't have been a slave,
This
right?
is not
You realize in
1984.
1776 you would have been a slave.
Yeah, sure. But guess what? You're always trying to blame America for slavery. Who stopped slavery? America stopped it. America stopped slavery.
That's like saying I broke a sink, but hey, I fixed the sink.
America stopped slavery.
You broke the
and
sink.
guess what?
What are you
Slavery was a norm for all countries.
Hold on, why
It
is
was
that
a normal
back?
thing.
Follow me at TikTok. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is crazy right now. The question I had
That's
for
me.
The question
That's
I had
me.
for you.
That's me.
The question I had for
Thank
you,
you.
and I'm never following that guy on Twitter.
What is
I'm
your
never.
handle? Is that your handle?
My question for you is this:
Is
why?
that
News,
Twitter or
MSM will
Instagram?
not tell you President Trump.
Really?
My question for you is this:
Same band
What-
globalist
what-
Obama wrote into law.
That's
What do you
right.
feel?
Crybaby
That's
far
right.
left.
What do you
Thank
feel
you.
as how do you feel
Thank
as a
you.
black person about not 9/11? How do you feel about Black History Month? Because Happy Black History Month, I think it's a very important, and I think that it's positive, and I think we need it. But how do you feel about Black History Month?
Which is a great art.
We have to recognize Black History Month because the best man, Martin Luther King, you know what he was? A Republican. And you know what he tried to teach everyone? That you don't judge a book by its cover. You read the freaking book. That's what he taught.
Did you record
You read the freaking book. You don't judge a book by its cover. You don't judge me by what you see here. You judge me by what's in my heart.
But what is in your heart?
he has
Because
that,
you've been saying some things that have been kind of negative to some people.
Come on, negative to who?
I don't know, a lot of different types
Yeah,
of people.
exactly. You
A
don't
lot
know
of different
because
types of
you're
people.
BSing, man.
I'm not BSing. Every
To
time I
who?
hear
Who
you,
am I negative to? To the New World
the things
Order?
that you said to women, the things that you said about women, the things that you
No,
said about black people.
those
like,
million
they're on
women
camera.
who marched
You
against
said
Trump
a lot of things
are a
about
bunch of
women.
satanic.
No,
A bunch of they're praising Satan.
you excuse
You don't
sexual
have
assault.
the right
You
to
excuse-
kill your baby.
And I'm just saying, I feel like you need to,
You don't have that
apologize.
right.
You have to
God did
apologize
not put us on this earth. He put us on this earth to reproduce,
Listen, we're not
not
talking
to
about
kill.
that. Listen, we're not talking about that. For one, for two, why are you yelling? Why are you being so aggressive?
Because
when you're talking about
I know.
women? For two, why are you so confident as a man trying to tell women what to do with their bodies? For me, I at least want to hear what they have to say. You're just yelling over any woman that wants to talk.
No.
There's a young lady right here who wanted to speak and tell you something. You yell right over her.
We had conversation.
We had conversation. Just saying stuff to women.
But I try to let her know, being 21 years old, you could be, I don't think an older person who have lived and been a part of what's been going on has a whole lot more experience than a person who's 20 or 21 years old.
Age doesn't define.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, but these eyes have seen and heard more, and my ears have heard more
I have
than
a
you've
question
ever
for you.
heard.
I have another, shout out to everybody sending questions at Paperboy, the person.
That's right. Red Pill
I have a
Cat
question.
at Twitter.
So my question is this: how do you feel? You talk about slowing down the federal government and all of that, and less power for the government. But how do you feel about Donald Trump being a president using one of the most federal powers ever up to this point in his presidency?
And what did he do with that power? What did he use it for?
I'm asking you, how do you feel about that?
I feel that he should use the pen to undo all of the hardship that Obama wrote into the law, bypassing Congress without doing it.
Obama,
yes. I got a pen and a phone, and I'm just gonna write it in the law like Obamacare, a screw job from the beginning.
But you do. Wow, that is awesome.
Let me explain something to you. Yes.
Wow.
Let me explain something to you. Nothing is free. Health care is not free. Someone else is paying for that health care. They raise other people's taxes to give people. They're playing us off against each other. Rich against poor. That's what they do. Divide and conquer. That's always been their method. Divide and conquer. That's how they
I just don't
operate.
understand. You seem so if I was as anti-federal government as you, and the guy I voted for did so much things federally with his power, I would be a little.
That's what you're talking about, Obama, right?
Dude, Obama.
You're talking about Obama.
I was upset because Obama didn't do enough. I feel like Obama didn't do enough.
He's a failure as a president, and Trump is going to erase him from the memories.
How is he a failure?
And they use a black person.
Wait, how is he a failure?
They use a black person to scam us.
Of a president
They gave us a black person and scammed the shit out of America.
I'm not even a big Obama fan.
Obama hates America.
How is he a failure as a president when he
The
has
Clintons
the highest
hate America.
ratings of a president of all time? That doesn't make sense.